Hey, what's up guys? This is Foryam, I'm back with a new Minecraft Dungeons video. Today I am going to show you the ultimate AFK emerald farm in Minecraft Dungeons on the Apocalypse Plus difficulty. Seriously guys, this method will allow you to get your hands on tons and tons of emeralds and also items which you will be able to salvage. If you're a little bit lucky, you will even find uniques while you're AFK. You don't have to do anything. And the cool thing is this also works for every single platform. So not only the PC, but also on the Xbox, the PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. So guys, let's get right to it. Alright, so guys, here we are in the base camp and we're gonna have to prepare ourselves a little bit for this AFK farm in order to make it as efficient and successful as possible. And for that, you're gonna need to get your hands on a couple of items. Some of them are a little bit trickier to get your hands on, but really, if you found all of them, this is gonna be super efficient and successful. So first off, let's check out our most important item, which is gonna be our melee weapon. The power level on this one really doesn't matter because we're actually not gonna fight with it, but what does matter is your 3 enchantments. They all have to be a Prospector tier 3. Find more emeralds on fallen enemies, and on the maximum tier, this is a plus 300% increased chance. So if you have 3 of them, that would mean a plus 900% chance to find emeralds. So yes, many emeralds. And the cool thing is, with the latest update, we actually don't have to take down mobs with our melee weapon in order to actually trigger the Prospector enchantment. So this one is definitely the most important to get your hands on. I definitely suggest you guys to farm on a lower difficulty level for these items to drop, and of course also visit the merchants, because I actually found many of these with 2 prospectors, but the perfect outcome would of course be one with 3 times prospector. So it is definitely worth checking out these merchants every time after you have completed a level. Next up, you're gonna need to get your hands on 3 different artifacts, and these 3 are also very important for the build. Don't think you can go with anything else, like an iron golem or whatever. This won't work as efficiently or even break the farm itself. So first off, you're gonna search for a wonderful wheat. I also recommend you guys to put the power level on every single artifact on 167. So the wonderful wheat summons a llama to aid you in battle. This one is perfect with the range attacks to take down mobs from afar. Then we have the tasty bone, which summons a wolf to aid you in battle. Very awesome to take down mobs that are a little bit further away. Also scares away skeletons. Perfect in combination with the wonderful wheat. And then last but not least, we also have the totem of regeneration, which creates a circular area healing you and your allies. And of course, since we are AFK, we won't be able to activate these artifacts ourselves. So we're gonna have to do that with an enchantment on our armor. So that brings us to my Gilded Glory right here. You can do it with any piece of armor really. I just take this one because it can spend emeralds to cheat death. So this is pretty much an extra safety that you will build in this AFK farm, because the built-in Death Barter will collect the first set of emeralds collected and save the player from death. So if you collect 150 emeralds, then you will be able to just revive without actually losing a life or changing your position. So I think the Gilded Glory would be the perfect drop, but seriously, it won't be very easy to get your hands on one with exactly these enchantments. And the most important thing are the enchantments. So first off, what you definitely need for this build is the Final Shout enchantment. When your health drops below 25%, all your artifacts are used, ignoring the cooldown periods. So you will be able to use your artifacts every 8th second if you drop below 25% HP. Then, in order to take down mobs a little bit easier that actually try to destroy you, you have a double thorns built in. Whenever you take damage, you deal damage back to the attacker, 200% damage returned, but double, it will be almost 400%. Not exactly, because it does scale down a little bit, but you get the point. You will be able to take down mobs when they actually try to kill you. So with the Final Shout triggered, we will activate the wonderful wheat, the tasty bone, and also the totem of regeneration. So let's get to the place where we want to stand AFK and farm for the emeralds. So what we're gonna do is travel to the pumpkin pastures, and the difficulty for the level is also very important. I already did a lot of testing, and seriously guys, on a higher Apocalypse difficulty, it's simply not worth it, because the chances of you dying and breaking the farm is quite high right there. So actually, I recommend you guys to go for Apocalypse level 7 plus 1, because this one is very doable, and really the emerald drops are the same on the different levels. Only the reroll for rares will be a little bit lower, but really you want to have a safe AFK farm, especially if you're going to do this for a very long time. Dying is no option. We already have the built-in Death Barter, but still this won't save you from those crazy enchanted mobs. I definitely suggest you guys to sometimes look at the daily trials, because if you are a little bit lucky, you might get an event right here that will say the player has the Prospector enchantment equipped. So that would be a pretty cool one for this AFK farm as well. But yeah, we already have a weapon with 3 times tier 3 Prospector, so a regular Pumpkin Postures on Apocalypse level 7 plus 1 will be perfectly fine. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna have to find the village. That is the first objective that we have. So we're just gonna start speedrunning our way to it. Just gonna skip all these mobs, and of course for this one I definitely recommend you guys to get your hands on some speedrun gear. This will allow you to get through the level so much faster. And this is your first checkpoint, guys, the supply chest. If you pause this, then you will have this little fortress. You're just gonna stand right here, and then there will be a little gate event where you're gonna have to fight a couple of mobs. Alright, so there we go. Right now we're gonna have to find the village, and this is the place where you're gonna swap your gear for the AFK farming. So let's get right to it. First off, the wonderful wheat for the llama, then also the tasty bone for the wolf, the totem of regeneration in order to heal ourselves and also the pets, the weapon with triple Prospector tier 3, and then also a armor piece with the final shout, very important, and then also the thorns. And as ranged weapon, you actually want to go for something that doesn't have the Anima Conduit, because really guys, Anima Conduit is a super awesome enchantment, but at the same time it will break this farm, because you will just constantly heal yourself when you destroy mobs around you, or your pets do that, and then you won't be able to trigger the final shout enchantments. Final Shout is very important for you if you get low on HP, so you will be able to put down your totem of regeneration, and also of course if one of your pets had died in combat, well, this will summon him back into the battle. Okay, so right now we are pretty much ready to set up the AFK farm. Of course, if you have a Gilded Glory, you will have an extra security built in with the Death Barter. So the first 150 emeralds you gather won't go to your pool pretty much, but you will keep them and they will prevent you from dying if that actually happens. But on this difficulty, I think it's not gonna happen unless you find some pretty crazy enchanted mobs. So all you have to do is pretty much walk towards the door right here, walk towards the bridge, and then stand right in the middle and use all 3 artifacts. And right now the farm is set up. You can go to work, go to bed, do some sleeping, have dinner. It really matters not, because your pets will take care of the rest as well as your thorns. So you can see that my wolf and my llama are just destroying one mob after the other. These are already dropping quite some emeralds, and look at that guys, on our Death Barter we currently already have 46 of 150. And the emeralds that are a little bit further away, they will just stay there until the end of times pretty much, so you don't have to worry about them respawning. And the same counts for items that drop. Even uniques can drop from time to time, so that is very cool stuff. So here we also have some enchanted mobs spawning in. And bam, that is already our first item that dropped on the ground. So that means we can salvage it for even more emeralds. So you will be able to get your hands on many of them without actually having to do a single thing. And sometimes you will have a situation like this going on where you think that all the mobs are gone, but no new waves are spawning in. But that means there is probably a skeleton hiding off screen. And I actually just saw the shadow of it. It's hiding right there. So what we're gonna have to do is just wait for our wolf to find it, and look at that. He is going right there. And sometimes you will have a little bit of bad luck, because when they walk outside of your screen, well, they just get teleported back to you. So the wolf is doing a good job once again. We just have to wait for the skeleton to pop up, and there he comes. There we go. So we just took him down. We got the Prospector enchantment popping up, and right now a new wave should spawn in. So we are very low on HP, so is our wolf. Now we are getting below 25% HP, and bam, look at that. This spawns in the totem of regeneration, heals ourselves almost to full HP once again. So our wolfie is back to full HP, our llama is back to full HP, and of course, if both of them die at a certain point, well, this will simply respawn them back into the battle with the Final Shout enchantment. And here we also have a record of me doing this for an entire hour. So I just triggered all my artifacts and look at that, a sword spawned in right away. And if we fast forward the video, you can see that many things drop. So I started at 70,900 something emeralds. And exactly 1 hour later, we have 21,252. And of course, these emeralds, they just keep coming and coming. So of course, I did some cleaning, picking up every single item right here because there are many of them. I also managed to find one unique, so that is pretty cool. But you can tell that this is a lot of stuff which we can salvage for even more monies. So we ended up with 23,136 emeralds. So you can tell in just 1 hour, you can already farm thousands of them. If you're doing this overnight or for an entire day, you can imagine how rich you will become after doing this a couple times. Alright, so guys, there you have it, the ultimate AFK Emerald and XP farm pretty much for the Apocalypse Plus difficulty in Minecraft Dungeons. This will allow you to get a ton of emeralds and of course also uniques while doing pretty much nothing, really. You can do this overnight, you can do this for days, and you will get rich in no time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed watching this video. And of course, leave a comment down below about what you think of this build. And of course, if you have improvements for it, just leave them there as well. Right now, it is 4 AM out, so definitely make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel or just like my content in general. I'm gonna make some more content for you guys, so I'll be back very soon. Guys, take care. I'll see you in the next one.